It's that time of the week one more time. It's live, and it's in the interest of the people. They're going to make you laugh, and they'll even make you mad enough to chew nails. Either way, they have you tuned in. So sit back in that easy chair and get close to a phone, because you can call and talk to them. You better get you something to drink, because you may need it also. Take it away, guys.
We're still here. We're still in the interest of the people, and we have a lot of interesting things to talk about tonight.
And it's raining outside.
It's pouring.
May not be raining tomorrow when it reruns, but it's raining tonight. And where's that umbrella? What'd you do with that umbrella right here? Did it fall? Anyway,
Why do you blame everything?
We drive down here tonight, and we'll get to stop and go get us a drink before we come to the TV station. And Charlotte says, here, take this umbrella. Well, I'm not paying attention, so I get the umbrella and I get out of the car and trying to figure out how to open this umbrella up. And when I finally get it opened up, that umbrella won't keep an ant dry. One of them little bitty, I don't know what she paid for it, but she needs to go back for some change.
It's for girls.
I mean, it has to be for little bitty baby girls like 1 or 2 years old because of that. So don't let Charlotte give you an umbrella. It's good to be with you tonight. We got a great program. We've got several guests. We've got Miss Joyce Howard going to be with us in just a minute, talking about all the extravaganza going on down at Winterboro this weekend. We've got Miss Cindy Pennington, Miss Luann Allen, Miss Barbara Glover, and another lady. I thought I had her name down there, but apparently I don't. And then they're going to be talking about Relay for Life. And then we got Miss Beth Parrish is going to be. Miss Katie Wesson is with the cancer group. Miss Beth Parrish is going to be talking to us about the Daughters of American Revolution. And this has been a subject that has been in the news forever. A lot of people don't understand what DAR is and what it means. And I've invited Miss Beth Parrish to come on here and let's talk about these subjects. And also Relay for Life is very much on everyone's mind concerning the cancer and so forth. So it's a great program. Football playing is over with for tonight. Alabama won. If you didn't watch it last night, Auburn lost. And it's just, some cried and some was happy. But those who got beat up on needs to go to rehab first for replacement of knees or heads or arms or whatever, because some of them got beat up on pretty bad. But Rehab First at McGuffey Healthcare in Gaston is the place to be if you need any kind of rehab. They can take care of you. They open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and they've got some of the best folks in charge of rehab that you can get anywhere. They also have long-term care in case you need a mother, dad, or someone that needs long-term care, or maybe yourself need some long-term care. We'll be talking more about Rehab First in just a little bit. We got a few announcements. The City Talladega Council meeting will be tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock in Talladega. That's on Monday at 5 o'clock. And it will be held, this meeting, at the library. They've moved it to the library for this meeting only. That'll be at 5 o'clock in Talladega Library. They're going to be talking about a whole lot of things. You that are interested in the road being closed around the college area, they'll be talking about that tomorrow afternoon, having be a public hearing on it. So if you're interested in coming out and being heard or expressing your views, that'll be the time to do it. Don't wait till next week and holler, I don't like it or I want it. Tomorrow is your day to speak out. 5 o'clock at the library in Talladega. The offices will be closed Thursday and Friday, November the 27th and 28th for Thanksgiving. And what else we got here? Christmas parade. Anybody interested in being in the Christmas parade? It'll be the first Monday in December. Anyone interested in riding in the parade, entering a vehicle tour, should contact Miss Misty McGee at United Way. She's the director of United Way, and also she's going to be working with the Christmas parade. So you have a few more days if you want to be in the parade. You got to get the word to them pretty quick because time is running. The Talladega College Choir will be performing at the Ritz Theater. The Christmas concert will be the 9th day of December. They normally have it at the college campus, but this time they're going to be holding it at the Ritz Theater, downtown Talladega on the 9th. And if you've never heard this college choir, you don't know what you have missed. The two concerts on the square, we're hoping to have George Coble on here in a little bit and talk about it. But Thursday night program with Rod, what was his name, Penrod? Guy Penrod. I was there. It was a basically a sellout crowd. He's awesome. Did a super job. Then Friday night was black suit.
Black jacket.
Yeah, that too. Black jacket. I can't get these suits and jackets and ties and ducktails and whatever. But that was almost a packed house. A lot of good things going on in Talladega, and we appreciate George Cover and all the folks who were out and was out there and helped promote it. We appreciate you. We've got go to a break. Oh, got one other announcement here. Dinner with Santa. Talladega Park and Recreation is going to hold a dinner with Santa December the 12th from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. Ages 5 to 11. This gives you a chance to bring a young one to the Talladega Park and Recreation Department. They're on Spring Street. From 5 till 9 p.m. you can drop them off and leave them with somebody. And they'll give you a chance to go shopping. And then said the parents, children, may drop your children off between 5 and 5:30 p.m. Feel free to go get some Christmas shopping done and be back around 9 p.m. to pick your children up, if they're still there. No, I don't say that. No. I mean, some of them, if they're wild, take them home with you, don't bring them, no. All children must be picked up no later than 9:15 p.m. It don't say what they're gonna do with them at 9:15. If you're not back and pick them up, I guess they'll just throw them out in the street. No, they'll take care of them. But this will give you an opportunity to have dinner with Santa. It's $7. And it also will be some pictures being made, photos, crafts, spaghetti dinner, Christmas film. So this gives you an opportunity, parents, to bring your children by the Recreation Center. This is going to be December the 12th, ages 5 to 11, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And if you need more information, contact Talladega Parks and Recreation Department, 362-0514. Do we have a phone call?
You do. I can't remember his name, but the usual.
Hello.
Hey Larry, how you doing, my friend?
I'm fine, Jeff. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Had a good day today. It's raining outside now.
Yeah. Did you have a good night last night?
Oh man, I had a good day. My mama came up yesterday.
I saw you at the Ritz Theater Thursday night.
Huh?
I saw you at the Ritz Theater Thursday night.
Yeah, I was there. I was sitting with the group there. We're down there at the Ritz Theater. I was in the P section.
I know where you was the 5th row on the left and the first seat in the aisle. I know exactly where you was.
Fourth back.
No, you was the 5th row down, Jeff. I counted twice to make sure I was not wrong.
Okay.
You don't even know where you was, Jeff.
I had a good time at the two concert.
You sure did have it. You go to Friday night too?
I did.
I didn't see you Friday night. I saw you Thursday night though. You was having a good time Thursday night too. I was afraid you were gonna go up on
I stood up in the balcony.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Thursday night, I was afraid you was gonna get up and go down there and help Mr. Penrod sing. I was all drawed up, but you didn't. You refrained yourself.
Yeah, I was trying to sing along.
I know. Anyway, anything wise you need to tell us about Auburn, Alabama, anything what's going on?
Alabama won. That's good. Close ball game, 5-point lead. And you know, me, you were talking about something about girlfriends.
Yeah, you told me that off there last week. What's the situation?
Well, I took her out to eat on November the 7th.
Did she pay for the meal?
I did.
You're getting started off wrong, Jeff.
I bought the meal, the whole. She didn't pay nothing.
Well, you're starting off wrong. You let the women pay first and start off right, Jeff. If you don't, it'll be the rest of your life. You'll be buying her meals and clothes and shoes and beauty shop, and you're getting started off wrong, Jeff.
Good plan.
Well, I bought her supper though.
All right. You know whose birthday it is?
Charlotte.
You're right.
Today.
Yep. I would ask you to sing happy birthday.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Charlotte. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. Roll
I
Tide.
ain't out all the way now. I just want to let y'all know that now.
Gotta go. Bye.
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 Do you know Jeff Lang? Have you ever met Jeff?
No, I don't think I have.
Jeff is a longtime friend of mine. He's a graduate of Helen Keller School, and he works at Industry for the Blind. And I don't know that many people, you may be one of the few folks that don't know Jeff. But Jeff makes it a point to let everybody know who he is when he's around. He loves to sing, and he loves to. Jeff just loves he loves life. We're happy to have on our first segment Miss Joyce Howard. Miss Joyce is no stranger to our program. She's been with us other occasions. Her and her mother was here for one program. And Miss Joyce is a strong supporter of Al Gerald Powers Memorial Lodge. And this week, November the 22nd, they have got a big art extravaganza. I used to couldn't say that word, Miss Joyce. I've had to work hard at it.
We're glad you've learned it.
Plank Road Station. Plank Road Station, downtown Winterburg. Miss Joyce is a long time, well, let me say that. She taught school for many years. And now she's volunteering to work down at Winterburg. Al J. Power Memorial Lodge, her and Miss Griffin, Becky Griffin, and a whole lot of other folks. Tell us about the art extravaganza coming up this weekend.
It's our 6th art extravaganza, and we are excited beyond words. Last year, we thought we had done extremely well. We had every vendor spot booked on our grounds, which was about 25 vendor spots. This year, we have approximately 60 vendors coming.
That's fantastic.
It is. We started booking this year in July. We now have a website, plankroadstation.com, and vendors are finding out about us, and we are achieving our goal of letting the people know who we are and what we are, and we're going to get that building restored and do what we have our long-range goals of through these art shows that we're having. So we're just really excited about that. We will also have the inside of the building filled with fine art from our various local artists that we have, and some other types of vendors as well. And I brought a few things for show and tell, if you will.
Before we show that, Mr. Engineer, can you show a picture that you have of the quilts? I believe it was. You scanned it in, hopefully. Okay, there you go. You might explain that, Miss Joyce.
Okay, this is the inside of the lodge that we, from one of our past events that we've had there, showing you that we've had really good crowds in the past, shopping all around for a lot of their Christmas items, and we are expecting just very large crowds this year, 60 vendors on the outside. We've had steady crowds come through. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning, and because it gets dark early, vendors will probably start breaking down their booths by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is just a shot of the inside of the building with various shoppers looking at the wares. I believe most of them are gathered around Joe and Kelly Williams' display, and I have a piece of their pottery for the show and tell right now that they'll have some of these pictures for sale there. Joe will also be out on the grounds doing a demonstration of his pottery making skills along with Kelly, and they'll have other types of things set up as well. I don't know just exactly what all they're going to be doing out on the grounds, but I do know Joe's going to bring his potter's wheel, unless we have this rain continue, and that might mess up that.
You got a beautiful bracelet there.
This bracelet is a piece that
handmade?
Yes, it is handmade. It's from another one of our vendors that comes to us all the way from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
All right.
It's different kinds of seed bead, and I don't know exactly what kind of larger beads those are, but this particular vendor will have a large display of hand-beaded jewelry and a few other items, some small items. She's told me she's got some Alabama and Auburn earrings and things of that nature. This piece is from the ever-popular Hugh O'Neill. He does wood carving. He'll be located inside the lodge. He does demonstrations during the entire art extravaganza. People come early to start getting in on his handcrafted Christmas ornaments, and this just happens to be a little necklace that I got from him a number of years ago. It's one of the old world Santas that
How about that? Yeah.
that Hugh carves for us.
There was an article in the paper, November the 5th, Daily Home, says, get ready for Plank Road Station Art Extravaganza, November the 22nd. And it says the day will be filled with music, Dean McConaughey, Roger Vines, Tommy Bounds, Cabot Barden, Ricky Haynes, Gene Baxley, Allison Carden, and Gary Thunderwolf Sawyers. And it goes on to say that Hugh O'Neill, you're talking about him, wood carving, Roger Vandermalen is going to be showing you chair caning. That's an old art that you don't see much of that anymore.
No, you do not. It's very hard to find anybody that will cane a chair for you if you have an old chair around that you want to have recaned.
And Joe and Kelly Williams, I worked in the bank with Joe for many years. Joe really knows what he's doing. He and Miss Kelly know what they're doing. It's a great event, 8 in the morning till 4 p.m. in the afternoon. There is no charge for admission. You're making your money off of the sales of the food and so forth.
Basically, we make our money off of the sale of our barbecue plates, and this year we've added some nachos to our menu as well. We have a small vendor fee that we charge our vendors, but no, the vendors keep all the money. They do not pay us anything but a small vendor fee.
So be sure to bring your appetite. Food options will include jelly biscuits, $1.50, sausage biscuits, $2, barbecue plates with baked beans, potato, and barbecue bread, and a dessert. $9. And nachos both for $7 and without. Run that by me again.
Mm-hmm. Without
bread
meat.
and without dessert, without a
No,
dessert.
without meat.
It'd be $7 and without $6. Okay. Tea will be served free. Baked goods will also be available. You've got in this picture here. You've got all kind of pictures. The different artists around town, different places have drawn and on display. Homemade items such as barbecue sauce, hot pepper, and pickled okra will be available for the public to buy. We, Mayor and I, or Charlotte and I, and Mayor and I, all over to go down there when we can, and when you have some special barbecue, or you had a
Spaghetti,
no
chili.
We had a Brunswick stew.
Brunswick stew is what I'm trying to
I
remember,
missed that.
and that was good. It was really good.
That was Joe and Marcia Gable that made the stew that night.
Cornbread in Brunswick stew or crackers in Brunswick stew. Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Yeah, we're always having first one kind of meal and then another, because that's how we're raising the money to put back into the lodge and do the work that we do down there.
If you've not seen the lodge, folks, it's beautiful. They've done an outstanding job with it. Inside is just immaculate. It's great, and I appreciate all the folks who are volunteering. This is not a getting rich thing of individuals. This is a labor of love, donating their time, donating their money, and it's thanks to folks like you and us and everyone that comes down and buys the food on special occasions or these art extravaganza, going down and participating. All these vendors coming in. That's unusual to have that many vendors coming in for anything.
It is for us. Like I said, we are excited beyond words. We've got vendors coming from Georgia, Gadsden, Pell City, Sylacauga, Birmingham. We're getting our name out now, and I do not see that this is going to stop anytime soon. I think we will continue to grow. We'll be spread out all over our grounds and the school grounds this year, but we hope next year to be able to, where we took those trees down beside the lodge, we hope to get that area cleaned up, and we hope to be able to put vendors over there next year instead
There'll
of
be
having-
ample parking. In case you don't know where this is, folks, if you're coming from wherever you're listening to the program, and we go all over the state of Alabama, if you're coming from out of town, if you're coming in from Sylacauga going towards Talladega, it's between Sylacauga and Talladega, halfway, downtown Winterboro. If you're coming from Talladega to Sylacauga, it's halfway between these two places, downtown Winterboro. If you're coming in from Childersburg, when you get towards Talladega, if you get to the end of the road, look to your right, there it is. You can't miss it. And if you're flying, you park at the school, helicopter, whatever. There's no way to miss it.
No way to miss it. If they find that beautiful rock school, they can't miss us.
Winterboro's got a good legend of turning out some great students through the years, and they didn't do it with a nice new modern facility. It's a school building that's been there forever, and it's a beautiful facility, and a lot of good people have come from there. Ms. Joyce, I appreciate you taking time and coming down this bad weather to be with us. Anything you'd like to share, any other thing?
Just be sure to come out, be with us Saturday. I think you will enjoy what you come to see there, and bring some money with you and do your Christmas shopping. I think there's going to be plenty there for you.
Thank you, Ms. Joyce. We've got to go to
Thank
break.
you.
When we come back, we're going to have Miss Beth Parrish talking about Daughters of American Revolution. Be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that. Want a bite? You're aging. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good. State Farm agents are there when you need them.
Welcome back.
Got a fast-moving program, folks. Got a lot of guests. Got to go. Mr. George Culver, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about Thursday and Friday night was outstanding turnaway crowds. Tell us.
Sure, fantastic. We had a sellout Thursday night, a turnaway Friday night, as you called it.
Fantastic.
Very exciting end of the season. Thank you, Mayor.
Tell about all them people from Missouri going to be there tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Well, Missoula.
Yeah, okay, that too.
It's coming to Talladega. This will be the 18th consecutive residency they've done over 18 years. And they're going to be auditioning area youth, students targeting ages 5 through 14. And the auditions will be at the Ritz, on the Ritz stage, tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock sharp. And we hope a lot of the kids in the area who would love to be in a theater piece and have a great time and a great learning experience will come out.
Sounds good.
That's good. I appreciate you letting us get this message out to all your viewers.
George,
We hope a lot of the kids, again, ages 5 to 14, auditions at 4 o'clock tomorrow. There'll be rehearsals through the week, but it'll be after school. And the next Saturday, they'll do 2 public performances of Blackbeard the Pirate.
all right. George, I appreciate the job you're doing, George. You're doing an outstanding job. And
Thank you, Mayor.
we appreciate
you very much. I'm in a rainstorm, so I'll let you go, okay?
Talk to you later.
Thank you now.
Okay, George. George Culver talking about all the outstanding things going on at the Ritz Theater. Our special guest on this edition is Miss Beth Parrish. She is the beautiful wife of Mr. Shea Parrish, and her dad was the late Mr. Hood. I remember his first name. No, his name wasn't. Jimmy Hood. And your mother's still living?
Yes.
Still in Talladega? Mm-hmm. And Miss Parrish taught school for several years.
Yeah, 26.
26 years.
Yes.
I have to tell you this before we talk about DAR. They called me to come to work in Birmingham yesterday, barbershop over there. So I'm cutting hair, waiting on my customer, and this little 5-year-old boy comes in with his daddy. And the kid knows everything about everybody, and he's one of them young'uns that just smart. Not a smart aleck, just smart. Non-stop talking. And his daddy getting a haircut. And he says, someone said, what you gonna do when you leave here? He said, we're gonna go eat dinner. And I said, well, can me and Charlie, that's the barber, I said, can me and Charlie and I go eat dinner? No. I said, you mean we can't join you for dinner? No. I said, but we're hungry too. We want to go eat dinner with you. I just kept agitating him and picking at him. And he kept saying, no, you can't go. Well, he says something other to me, and I didn't hear what he said. Mm-hmm. Well, his daddy just completely loses it. He just cracks up. Mm-hmm. And my customer, he loses it. And so I asked his dad, I said, what did he say? He said, I ain't going to tell you. So I asked my customer, I said, did you hear what he said? He said, yeah. I was talking about a 5-year-old kid. I said, what did he say? He said, he wanted to know if you had a baby in your stomach. And I said, I'm going on a diet. We're not going to quit going to Stampede Restaurant, folks, and eating. I'm just going to have to cut back a little bit.
Slow it
when
down.
a 5-year-old notices that you're too big, for whatever the reason, it's time to quit eating so much. But Stampede Restaurant is the place to be. Whether you having babies or whether you're not having babies, that's the place to go 7 days a week.
Love eating.
I do love eating. They're there from 11 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and we always enjoy. We're up there several times a week, and Mayor and I are probably not going too much, but we're probably eating too much when we do go.
You have your own parking place up there.
Yeah. But Stampede Restaurant, we appreciate them being one of our sponsors. They will not be open Thanksgiving, so if you plan on eating Thanksgiving, they will be closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you need to make other arrangements for Thanksgiving. Also, I have a friend, and I'm not going to give his phone number out on TV, but if you're interested in some tickets to the Alabama-Auburn game, he's got about 10 tickets. I know him. These are not scam tickets. These are legit. He goes to every game. He's a lifetime member of Alabama University. And he said, we're not going to try to make it due to several reasons. And he said, we got 10 tickets. If you're interested in these tickets, I think they're around $300 a piece. I don't know whether that's high, low, or whatever. But you can call me at 493-4006, not on the air tonight. But tomorrow you can call me at 493-4006. And if you're really interested, don't call me if you just want, I'm telling you now, they're around $300 a piece. So if you're interested in purchasing 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever tickets, call me at 493-4006.
And they're still going
and I will
to
put
be
you,
$300.
they're still going to be $300. So don't call me if you're not interested. I mean, you can call me, but if you're interested in the tickets, now I'll give you his number. But I don't want him to be flooded with phone calls of folks just, so. He's not going to take less. He's trying to $300. 493-4006 if you're interested in Auburn, Alabama tickets. Miss Beth Parrish, welcome.
Thank you.
A lot of stuff goes on behind the scene.
Oh, yes.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Are you
Very good.
recuperating from teaching?
From what?
From teaching?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm busier now than I was
Are
when
you
I was teaching.
substituting any?
No, not this year. So I decided to supposedly take it easy, but being DAR regent and doing some other activities, I stayed pretty busy anyway.
I saw, and I've heard about DAR all my life. I'll read about it in the paper from time to time. I see these ladies, usually 3, 4, 5, or 6 of them in a picture. and I've heard of DAR all my life. But I'm not sure that I really was up to par on what DAR, I know a daughter of American Revolution, I understand all that. But through the years, I think we perceive things that are not actuality. And you hear this one say this or that one, they really don't know what they're talking about. So Miss Parrish was at our Veterans Fair, was it Thursday? Whatever, one day Tuesday this week. And I heard her make a few comments there. And I asked Miss Parrish, would she be willing to come on our program and enlighten me and folks out there that may not know what DAR, Daughter of American Revolution, is, and she graciously accepted. And I've asked her to share with you exactly what DAR is. It's not a racist group. It's a group that's open to anyone and everyone that's been connected with the revolution. Miss Parrish, go.
All right.
This camera right here is your camera.
Oh, okay. Well, some of the information that I had to look it up myself, which anybody could do this, but I did want to touch on some things. It was founded in 1890 by 4 women who all were connected by their fathers or grandfathers had been in the active in the American Revolution, and they felt like they wanted to keep promoting historic preservation, education, and patriotism. And simply because they had that connection, they kept that kind of as one of the requirements, that you had some connection to the American Revolution. Right now we have nearly 177,000 members in 3,000 chapters across the world. Australia, I mean, just different places. I mean, it's not necessarily in just America. It was incorporated in 1896 by an act of Congress. The eligibility for membership, and some of you might be interested, not exclusive, except, as Larry said, the lineage, that you have some connection to the American Revolution. And I assure you, most of you, if you started looking, you would have a connection. You must be 18 years or older. You can be any ethnicity or religion or race. Prove a lineal descent from a patriot of the American Revolution. If you are interested, go to www.dar.org, and they have membership forms. And I'm speaking as the regent for the Andrew Jackson chapter in Talladega. We would welcome anyone who is interested in being in there. Just let us know. We do not turn anyone away, but it is a requirement to have the lineal descent. Larry mentioned something about there's misconceptions about racism. There, in the Revolutionary War, out of 400,000 American soldiers that fought, 5,000 of them were of African American descent. So, you know, we have, and I'm sure there were I know there were other ethnicities too. So hopefully, don't let that be a stopping point. At this point, we have, I know one of the chapters in Queens, New York is predominantly black and has a black regent. So, I mean, we don't know the exact number of the members that are in the nation that are of different ethnicities, because we don't require that on the application. You just have to show where your great-great-great-great-grandfather was involved in the, or grandmother, in the Revolutionary War. If you are a man, you can be in the SAR, which is Sons of the American Revolution. We have lots of programs across the nation, and I'm going to go into some of the ones that we do here in the Talladega area. And I know Sylacauga has a chapter, and Pell City has a chapter, lots of chapters around. In Washington, D.C., we have what we call Constitution Hall, and it has, it started off as it was built in April of 1929. It started off as a music hall, and it has hosted people from Aerosmith and Alabama to the New York Philharmonic to Bruce Springsteen and Frank Zappa. So that gives you an idea, and there was tons of people's names on there, so it's very interesting. There are now 6 sponsored schools that are DAR schools in the United States. One of those is in Alabama. It's called the Kate Duncan Smith School, and it's in Grant, Alabama. And I had the privilege of visiting there about a month ago on the Foundation Day. We sponsor, our chapter sponsors a kindergarten class there, and we give some money there. And the kids just were so grateful, and it's just a wonderful little school up there, and beautiful setting up there. But that's one of our projects at Grant, Alabama, and we're fortunate. People from all over the nation come to visit it because it's so impressive. Now that's a little bit about the national. Well, let me go on to ours. The history of the Andrew Jackson chapter. A lot of you are familiar with Miss Jemison, Grace Jemison, her book, and this is where I got a lot of the information. Kate Duncan Smith was actually the first DAR member in Alabama, and she got Mrs. Sophia Lawson Thornton interested in becoming a member, and she ended up becoming the first regent in Talladega of the DAR chapter in 1897. And they voted on the name Andrew Jackson. It had to be someone affiliated with the American Revolutionary War, and it was Dolly Madison and several other names. But anyway, the first meeting had 13 members. In May 1898 meeting, they purchased a gavel for $2.50 made of hickory from a tree that had fallen at Hermitage, which was Andrew Jackson's homestead. And that is why I brought this gavel today, because it's supposedly the same one. I'm just going to believe that it is. We always call our meetings to order with the gavel. In 1900, a lot of you, if you've been by Oak Hill Cemetery in Talladega, you may have seen the pyramid-looking monument. That is one that we put up. Well, I didn't. It was built in 1900, but it is. They brought the remains of the soldiers killed in the Battle of Talladega, which was the Creek War in 1813. And that's why I say we promote patriotism, not just American Revolutionary things, but we anything to do with wars or soldiers or the armed forces, we promote that. During the war in 1940, the charter lapsed but was reorganized in 1947 by Miss Grace Jemison. Now, we meet the third Wednesday of each month, September through May. Our motto is, what we do forever. Patty Hill was the regent for the last 5 years, and when she found out I was retiring, she worked on me for about a year till I finally agreed that I would be the regent, so, which I'm very pleased and honored, of course. The dues are $55 a year. Most of that goes to the national organization and the state organization, but they have such good projects that we feel like it's important to be involved with them. We usually have refreshments, so that's the main thing no, I'm just kidding. One of the things, and Larry, you could be a visitor. I'm sure you would enjoy the refreshments too.
Are they fattening?
Oh yes, we don't take any calories out. But of course, then we have our business part. And then our program usually is someone who has some knowledge about something to do with patriotism. It could be American Indians, something to do with war. We've had people come and talk to us about ways that we as women can protect ourselves better and things like that. So we cover a lot of different things, but we mostly concentrate on patriotism and education and community. Some of you may remember when you were younger, in the 5th grade, we had essay contests. We've not been doing those in recent years, and then you would get an award, and then you might even get one from national, but maybe one of these days we can do it again. And as Larry was saying, he saw me at the Veterans Day program. We have laid wreaths the last 2 years at memorials. One this year was at Memorial Park, Veterans Park, and we felt like it was important to recognize especially the Vietnam veterans this year. That was our emphasis, so we appreciated that. And we always provide the refreshments for anybody involved in the parade and the ceremonies at Veterans Day. We feel like that's something we can do. As I mentioned a while ago about the Kate Duncan Smith School, we give supplies and money to a certain kindergarten up there, Shelley. And I can't think of Shelley's last name, but she's a real precious, precious person. Just loved being up there. At Christmas, we have what we call our Alabama Luncheon. And how many of you know what Alabama Day is, Larry?
Celebrate Alabama.
Yeah, but what day is it?
I should know that.
December 14th.
I knew it was in December. I didn't remember the date.
But anyway, we celebrate Alabama Day. And then we bring gifts for the veterans in the nursing home in Talladega, like socks and bedroom shoes and robes and things like that. And then we go present them to all the veterans that are in the nursing home, and that's one of our projects. We also send care packages to soldiers that are currently serving in the armed forces. A couple of years we have sent, a lot of you remember Les Stevens, and we sent several of his CDs, and you wouldn't believe the thank you notes we got and how impressed they were with Les's CDs. So, we thank you in heaven, Les, for that. We also honor an outstanding ROTC cadet from Talladega High School, and we give one senior a Good Citizen Award in May at their program, and we also recognize them at one of our meetings, which we also give them a gift card to help them a little bit when they go to college. And it also helps them with their resumes to realize that we recognize them for their achievements. Every year is different, and we have different various community activities that come up through the year that we help, and a lot of times we'll work with other groups in the community. Sometimes I know I was reading back in the Miss Jemison's book about that In 1910, we worked with the Sylacauga group and the Anniston group to put the markers on the Jackson Trace Road that a lot of you have seen, I'm sure, over the years. And like I said, we are not exclusive. If anyone is interested, we would love to have you as a member. I'm not going to say it's just, sign your name and you're in. You do have to do the genealogy search, but the DAR website will help you with that. We have people in our group that will help you with that, and if I can't help you, I know people in the state. I have names of people I could call. So if you're interested in genealogy at all, it would not be any problem. You just have to have documentation. Yes, Larry.
Question.
Go ahead.
Your time is up.
Well, I'm at the bottom of my page, so I hope so.
I hate to be rude, but we've got to
That's
bring
it?
these ladies on.
Oh, yes.
Talking about cancer walk.
Okay.
I can't thank you enough.
Well, I enjoyed it. Thank you for letting me share.
I'm
Me
impressed.
too.
We got a caller want to mention. Hello, caller.
Yes.
Be brief as we can. Turn your TV down, please.
Hello?
Yeah, turn your TV down. Go ahead. Be brief.
Larry?
Yes, sir.
This is James Anderson. I will be brief, but I couldn't let this opportunity to pass to pay tribute to the DAR. They are near and dear to me and my family. I grew up in Grant, Alabama.
Right.
Graduated from DAR school, and so did my 4 brothers and sisters. We all, 4 of the 5, went on to college on DAR scholarships. And of course, when they founded the school in 1924, my grandfather donated logs and labor to construct the school. That's one of 2 schools right now, I believe, in America. The other one's in Tomasi, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. But they're a great organization. That school is continuing to flourish down through the years. It's been there since 1924. They have 1,300 students now, or a little over that, in grades K through 12. They excel in athletics and academics. But the DAR, if it were not for them, those children on the northern end of that county, Marshall County, would not have had a school. And my mother was one of the first ones to graduate there, and I just wanted to say on the program, what a great organization DAR is, and they do contribute a whole lot, to good in this state.
James, I appreciate you calling.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That was an unsolicited
That was
call.
wonderful, yes.
I can't thank you enough.
All right,
If
thank you.
anyone watching wants to know how to get in touch with whomever, you or whomever, would you like to share your phone number? Or?
Yes, you may call me at home at 256-268-2617. If I don't answer, since like I said, even being retired, I stay busy, but leave me a message and I will get back with you and hook you up.
Miss Beth, I hate to be rude and have to rush you off here.
That's
but
fine.
we've got these other ladies.
That's great.
So much going on at one time, and we're trying to get everybody on. And we'll have to get Miss Beth back sometime and take more time and let her take phone calls and screen phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to point out that this is not a racist group. This is open to everyone and anyone. And I'm proud to hear what she had to say tonight, and it enlightened me a lot.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Got to go to break and be right back with another group of ladies.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual member share and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that. Want a bite? You're aging. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good. State Farm agents are there when you need them.
Welcome back.
Don't forget Rehab First. If you need any kind of rehab, Rehab First at McGuffey Healthcare in Gaston, any kind of rehab you could possibly need, they can take care of it for you. We appreciate all of our sponsors, and without them, we would not be able to bring you these type programs tonight. And this is very information, and it's very important that you know what's going on in and around our community. We have 4 ladies here who are going to be talking about Relay for Life. It's coming up after the first of the year in March, I believe it is, and we will have them back maybe around January, February, and let them share more with you. It'll be a brief tonight, but we're going to let them have as much time as we have left. We got Cindy Pennington. Raise your hand, Cindy. Miss Lou Ann Allen on the other end over there. Miss Barbara Glover and Miss Katie Wesson. You are the chairperson of the American Cancer Society. Yes. Miss Cindy Pennington. Raise your hand again, Cindy. She works in the courthouse for Sally Flowers. I don't know when she works up there because she's involved in. She is always on the go. And we appreciate Miss Glover works for the health department.
Actually, I'm retired.
Retired, okay. Miss Allen retired. Put the mic in your mouth when
No,
Yes,
not
sir.
right in her mouth.
not completely in your mouth, but almost to it. Okay, well, these 2 of these ladies are cancer survivors. And which one wants to share briefly, Miss Glover, since you got the mic? Go ahead.
Okay.
Share about your situation and how you're a survivor.
Basically, what I want to do tonight is just tell my story and how you have to be careful about watching your body. I about in 89, 90 or something like that, I was telling a friend of mine that I wasn't really doing anything for the community, and I need to get involved with the community. And she asked me, well, hey, why don't you get involved with the American Cancer Society Relay for Life? So that's how I got involved with Relay for Life. But I didn't realize in joining Relay for Life that 2 years, 3 years after that I would be fighting the battle myself, you know. So I guess the Lord was preparing me for this all along. I found out that I had cancer really by accident. I was just having pains. I was having broken bones, and I was being tired, and the doctor couldn't understand why I was having broken bones or why I was so tired all the time. And so finally, my sister and I was preparing to do a shopping list for Thanksgiving back in 2008. And as I bent down, my bones popped. And I asked her, I said, did you hear that? She said, yes. And she looked at me and she said, something is wrong with you, sister. And she said, and all of it falls in together. Well, I called the doctor the same day, the day after Thanksgiving. Instead of going shopping Black Friday, I was having a doctor's appointment. And during that time, up until like January of the following year, 2009, I was diagnosed with cancer, which is called multiple myeloma. You have myeloma, and you also have multiple myeloma, which I have. And the reason why it's called multiple is because it's throughout my body, from the head to my toe. My cancer is treatable, but it's not curable. But it's all right because I know that God is on my side, and not only that, I know that the American Cancer Society is on my side because of the research that they do every day for cancer patients like Lou Ann and myself. And I found out just coming down tonight that Lou Ann and I, we are diagnosed with the same cancer. Both of us have multiple myeloma. And when I was diagnosed, they were saying that wasn't too many people really diagnosed with that because it's a cancer really for older people, you know. But since then, you know, I've found a lot of people in this area. We had a dear friend, Barbara, passed not long ago that ended up having the same cancer that we had. But we're hanging in here. because
Cancer knows no color barrier.
No,
it knows no age. It knows no sex. Some of the richest people in the world has cancer. Some of the poorest people have.
Right.
And you never know when it's going to hit you.
That's right. That's right. And then see, in November of 2009, I had my first bone marrow transplant. And what that does is give you longevity, in your life by having the bone marrow transplant. They harvest enough so that I'm able to do another transplant. And if it's the Lord's will, my third transplant would be with my donor, and my donor is my sister, so she'll be able to donate me her marrows if I get to that point.
So you're about 6 years into when you first was diagnosed.
Yes, I am. And since that time, reason why I know that cancer is my friend and American Cancer Society is my friend is because since I've been diagnosed with cancer, I had 2 brothers. Year after year have been diagnosed. One have prostate cancer, and the other one had kidney cancer. So the one that have kidney cancer, he's cancer free.
Fantastic.
He's cancer free as of now, and so that leaves my brother that have prostate cancer and myself. We're still fighting the battle.
Let me ask you one question before we let Miss Ellen speak. Keep your mic out. Does this change your perspective in life? Do you start thinking about, well, have they told you how long you possibly could have or how long you could live, or do they discuss this with you?
Well, they did. They discussed it. Once they diagnose you, tell you that you have cancer, they're going to tell you whether or not it's curable or uncurable. The cancer that Ann and I have is treatable but not curable.
Do they give you a time frame?
5 years.
And you've already outlived that?
The end of this year,
right at it,
5
6
years.
Yes.
Yes.
Does this change your perspective of, like, I got to get my house in order?
We did
things
that.
I got to do that I didn't do before I found out I had cancer? Or does this change your attitude toward anything?
It would have if I not have been a Christian. But with me being a Christian, it didn't change my process of life because
So you're convinced that whatever
knew.
happens, if you live, you're going to be good. If you die, you're going to be good.
Right. I'm convinced. And let me share this with you before I pass the mic over. And I forgot about that. My husband was diagnosed with cancer. Also, year before last. So he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, but now he went through radiation and everything, and he is cancer free at this time. And we was able to stay at a place in Birmingham that the American Cancer Society sponsor for cancer patients. But I don't want to take up the whole mic. I'm gonna let Ann talk about that because she shared the place also. So I'll let her do that.
That's Miss Lou Ann Allen from downtown.
Clear Creek.
Clear Creek.
Yes.
Good to have you with us, Ms. Allen.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
She's a good pianist also.
I just do what I can. My journey started about 2 years ago, and I had no idea there was anything wrong. I had a blood test that showed I was anemic, and fortunately my doctor cared enough to do enough tests that they found out what the problem was. So as I was attending a VA ceremony in Pell City at the Colonel Robert Howard VA home there, I got a phone call from the doctor to report to the hospital for transfusions. I was in need of those. Well, one thing led to another, and in April of 2013, I had my bone marrow transplant, and they were able to use my own cells, so that was a great advantage, and I'm so thankful for that. And this time last year, I didn't have any hair, and I was hoping it would come back curly and just some lovely color that didn't betray me and show my age. But anyway, I'm thankful for hair this year.
I wish I had some hair. I mean, I don't want cancer, but
But anyway, as I was being discharged, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go all the way home from the hospital because our house is further than 30 minutes from the UAB hospital, and it's a requirement that you have to be close by for the first few weeks. So I was trying to find a place where I could go with a caregiver and stay during those crucial weeks. And it was possible that I could get to the Hope Lodge. This is a fantastic place that is sponsored by the American Cancer Society. And I'm so thankful for all the fundraising and efforts that have been made by those that support this facility. It's a lovely situation. On some information we had been given, we were told that our homes had to be spotless, everything clean and ready for us to come home. Well, Hope Lodge is just that way too. It was a wonderful facility. The first night that my caregiver and I were there, a group came in and had a full-fledged luau. So not only do they treat the physical needs, they are helping you emotionally and providing food. It's just wonderful. And one of the heart-warming experiences, and heartbreaking as well, would be when families would come to visit with a member that was a resident at the time. Little children coming to visit their moms that were staying there because they had to be close to the hospital. So it's just a wonderful place that is provided. And after the number of days I had to stay, I believe it was 2 weeks, I was able to go home, and it's just been a blessing that we had that at that time. So thank you, American Cancer Society.
Miss Lou Ann, I've known you for many years, and you're looking great. You can't tell that you're sick or have been sick, neither one of you, I mean.
Well, I'm glad to say that I am in remission.
That's great.
And I will continue being treated, I suppose, as long as I live. But I feel great, and I'm praising the Lord for it.
Miss Katie Wesson, Chairman of American Cancer, we had about 3 minutes.
Well, I just want to say that it'll make you proud to know that 73 cents of every dollar that is raised goes to research into these programs. So that's something that we're very proud of.
If you will pass that mic off to Miss Cindy Pennington, we'll let her wind this program up. Miss Cindy, you're involved in everything.
Well,
if they need anything done, they call Cindy Pennington.
Well, I enjoy volunteering. I'm a people person. Something I would like to say is, I know these two ladies would agree, every survivor owes his or her survival, first of all, to the Lord, and second of all, to research. And so that is one reason I am so adamant about the American Cancer Society and their mission, is because I want a cure, and that's what the American Cancer Society wants. They want a cure, and they want cancer gone, want it kicked to the curb and off the earth.
Now, the Relay for Life, all the projects you've got going is in March.
Well, it's in April, April the 24th. April the 24th at Montford High School Stadium.
What all have you got going during this time?
Well, right now we've got a fundraiser. Katie and I, Miss Barbara, will you hold my mic?
Will you
hold it? Will you hold this?
It ain't an Auburn shirt, is it?
It's an Auburn shirt. It won't hurt you, I promise.
Okay, I'm just teasing. Can we? I don't know if we can.
We've got Auburn shirts and Alabama shirts. The Auburn, turn it around, Mayor. It says "Declare War on Cancer," and Katie's got the Alabama shirt. It says "Crush Cancer" there with the elephant. So we have those for sale. If you would like one, we have all different sizes. Just you can give me a call, 256-493-2469. Or if you can get in touch with Mayor Barton, he'll put you in touch with me. And my email is cindy35160@yahoo.com. Thank you, and please just continue to support the American Cancer Society.
We appreciate you ladies being with us tonight. In any way we can ever help you through this program or through the TV station. They're as close as your phone.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
We and let us know when you want to be back on here. Don't forget this weekend at downtown Winterboro, the art extravaganza, November 22nd, an all-day affair. They're going to be taking orders for smoked turkeys. I wish somebody would start selling Talladega butts instead of Boston butts. It's always a Boston butt. They need to sell Talladega butts. And don't forget the Christmas parade's coming up. If you want to be in the Christmas parade, get in touch with the right folk. Anybody want to buy an Auburn, Alabama ticket, you call me at 493-4006, and I can put you in touch with the right people. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for listening every week. 8:30, it'll be run again tonight, tomorrow morning at 8, and tomorrow night at 9 on Channel 8. You got to go. See you next week.
Bye-bye.